a lot easier to execute. They skill really nicely. They have good lanes, but you know, I'm going for the seals for no reason other that I like the seals.
He likes the seals. He likes the Salacious Sea Lion crew. I hope that they win this game because I want a third one. However, I do think they are a little bit up against it. This last pick Bane has a lot of responsibility to show us why it was selected, denying us the back-to-back games on the Atuf Tiny. So Atuf better perform on this Bane Elemental, my friend. Because if you don't, Happy Seals will be the first team relegated from Division 2. And given that this is the final tour of the season, they'll only be able to make it back practically next year. A long way away. You do not want that to be your fate. So let's see what they can accomplish here in this game number 2. They've encroached inside the jungle, but I'm pretty sure this has been scouted out, right?
Yeah.
They have a ward down. Yeah,
I think they even scouted the ward, which is pretty sad.
Pyrian does have a sentry as well, so when they get a second, they'll just go and de-ward it. Should be fine, and some additional free gold here in this early game. Before these lanes break down, who do you like for the laning phase in this game?
So we have Invoker up against Tiny, which I think is slightly Tiny favored. The top lane Bloodseeker is gonna have a good time, and the bottom lane Jug is gonna win, but it's gonna be fairly close, I would say. So slightly favoring the Seals.
Let's see how all of this pans out. Some very important lanes to develop here. This mid lane, we'll see if Tiny can get off to a decent enough start. He's the one that can make a bit more happen with gold coming out of these early rotations. So if he holds true to what you're saying and gets off to a decent enough start, can create some chaos on the other side of the map. Of course, in this game, although Nico might be thinking to himself that one day it'll be nice to have some Sunstrike damage to combo with the DK, he unfortunately has to go for Crossworks this game. No other option, otherwise they just lack any and all control.
Yeah, they're gonna get the Sunstrike soon enough. It's just a classic Invoker wax into Exo transition.
Invoker. Seen this hero lose so many times of late. I'm still bugging over this pause 4 Bane. Like, talk to me about this, my G. Like, where does this fit into the draft? What is the advantage of having this hero in the pause 4 versus pause 5 roles?
I mean, having a quick level 6 is quite nice, and then the opportunity of getting Adderland's Agonyms at some point is so good. It's a bit less good now that there is Tornado in the game for Invoker, which is really good at cancelling channeling spells, but it's still gonna be really good if he gets to that point. Because heroes like Skywrath or DK can no longer cancel Fiend's Grip if there is 3 of them channeling.
Suddenly makes life a lot more difficult. Add some confusion into the mix. We'll see how this top lane goes as well for said DK. And they actually might end up getting this kill onto the Skywrath Mage. Very, very low for Afromush, but they cannot seal the deal. Salacious Sea Lion got a little bit unlucky with that last bounce of the Acorn shot.
Was that on purpose, Snare? Seal the deal?
Nah, fam. The puns live deep inside my soul. I don't even notice them coming out now.
Nice. Naturally funny.
I've dipped myself in the world of memes, never to return. Speaking of memes, since we do not have the Centaur Tiny combination, that's going to be very fun to watch. What is going to be the option for Happy Seals? So what, you just rush Blink Dagger, I imagine, on the Centaur, or do you get it on the Tiny first instead?
I don't think you really want to rush Blink on center. You want to be tanky first, because you're not really like an initiator until the mid game. In the early game, you're still kind of a tank. You just want to be pressuring the map, and you can get away with using Stampede to get close. So I feel like the hood that he's going for plus face boots is completely fine.
Tib, of course, did a pretty decent job in game number 1. Just start to fall off at some point, but was looking quite good for a large portion of the game. And this time around, so far so good for the Happy Seals. Laning phase, they're getting some early CS in their favor for these first few minutes. We'll see if they can keep this up going into the 6-minute mark as well, once they have to start moving around to secure some runes middle. Aaron, we've seen a bevy of Juggernaut builds in recent days. Everything from the Sanjin Yasha build to the Maelstrom build to the Battle Fury build. Do you have any particular preference on which one is going to be good for this game?
I quite like the Maelstrom Yasha build. It's a good mix of everything. I feel like Battle Fury is a bit too greedy. And having a Maelstrom plus a relatively quick shot allows you to fight and farm at the same time.
So many of these shards in this game are just really, really good. I feel like shard there's a lot of shards that need to be rebalanced as well. Or maybe just the overall idea of the mechanic needs some rethinking. 1500 gold for some of the advantages you get on these heroes is a bit much. But of course, a lot of changes are coming only after TI, so it's still going to be a while before that point.
Yeah, I like the shots. It's a good way to add a bit more complexity to the game. Salacious Sea Lion getting a bit low here.
He's gonna be fine. Double King actually might look for revenge here off the back of this Acorn shot, throwing out the Blood Right. Aframush, unfortunately for him, has very high movement speed early on in the game, so easily able to walk away. They miss out on the combination of getting that Bushwhack with the Blood Right. However, Double King doesn't really care about this. He just wants to be able to keep farming his lane, not really worry too much about the harass coming his way. Yet again, another very quiet early game here. We almost had a kill down bottom onto a Tooth, but he manages to back off. So 6 minutes almost into the game and still no first blood. Is he gonna die? No. But he just denies, dude. It's fine. It's not it doesn't really count.
Still sad.
Double King might look for revenge on his behalf though, trying to chase down Aframush, but again, the movement speed of Skywrath Mage, a bit too high right now. Can't really catch him inside the Blood Right. So just has to go back to farming. Not much else he can do right now.
Salacious Sea Lion is coming back with full HP and mana.
Aframush showing a little bit. He might put himself in danger here. Acorn shot has slowed him. Double King needs one more right click. We'll be able to find it. That's going to be the first blood claimed. But here comes a rotation. Empyrean came in from the other side of the map, hoping for this instant revenge. But double kill. Double King will not be able to escape here. They managed to bring him down. Salacious Sea Lion could not buy him enough space. So this was a rotation from the Snapfire, so they could still get a little bit of advantage down bottom while it's still 1v1 between Centaur and the Jug. But it's great news for them that they managed to kill the Bloodseeker so early on.
Yeah, I feel like Double King's gonna be fine with it though. He got the first blood gold.
Dude, they brought a Tooth top. They actually want to try and fight this. They're looking for this kill here. They pop off the dragon form. Centaur gets the first stampede of the game out. Double King. Blood Rights will connect onto Aframush, preventing more spells from the Skywrath Mage. Will they be able to get this chase down? Beautiful Bushwhack coming in from SSL, but there's not enough follow-up damage. Double King just going to be forced away, recognizing that the Dragon Tail stun might come back at any second. Doesn't want to get caught out by it. 6 heroes in the top lane, 7 minutes into the game. You'll love to see it, and it might not be over just yet. Look at this. Look who's here.
Ooh, a Tooth.
The Tooth. Getting in behind the tier 1 tower. Finding the snipe onto Aframush. Beautiful plays. All right, pause for Bane, man. Seems good to me. A Tooth making it work somehow.
Really nice snipe. And I love the high five as well. It's like, you wanna high five me back, but then wake up from the sleep. Oh wait, you can't, you're dead. Goodbye.
Also, a nice change up from game number 1 here. Simply TOOBASED have access to this DK, so every single time that they actually take a fight and succeed, they can easily bring down these towers. They've gotten the tier 1 in the top lane already, but they're instantly looking for reprisal from Happy Seals. Moving in middle, and they're actually going to get this mid tower. There's no response just yet from Simply TOOBASED. It's too late. Tower is practically in deny range now. They have to get rid of it, but they're going to at least try to get some revenge by bringing down this Bane, and the Tooth will indeed end up losing his life. DK claims that kill, but this tower practically dead in the mid lane, and there's no tree and protector to help you heal it back up. So no matter what, they have to decide how it dies. Either a hero's gonna kill it or they have to deny it.
Yeah, you really don't want to deny this tower. Feels so bad to deny your tier 1s, but at the same time, someone like Tiny just needs like 2-3 whacks and it's gonna be enough.
Speaking of Tiny, he's gonna make his first foray across the map here. We saw Nico moving to the top lane, so now it's his turn to try and make something happen down bottom. Centaur pops the Stampede. Aaron's already popped the spin. They're trying to chase him down, but the Scatter Blast from Empyrean buys enough space here. So Aaron will be allowed to escape behind the tier 1 tower and stay safe for now. But on the other side of the map, we do have a fight onto the double king. He's in danger, getting ran down by Sabo and Nico, but they do not have the adequate lockdown for the Bloodseeker, so he will be allowed to escape this fight. Both carries being put under a lot of pressure on this map here, Wingblade, but both teams are starting to pick up the tempo in this early game.
I don't think as clear-cut this game which team wins late game.
Mid lane.
That is a good sign for the Happy Seals. Tib. Oh.
That's a very good sign for me, man. There's teamwork here from Simply TOOBASED. Sometimes your mid player looks at you getting Nightmare and says, "Sauce, buddy, nothing I can do for you." But our boy Nico held it down for Afromush, got the sleep off of him, keeps him alive in that situation. And they've done a really good job of denying this Tiny from having that much of an impact in this early portion of the game. Like, it's 10 minutes in here, Wingblade, and this is a mid Tiny that's enjoyed, what, 1 kill that he got on a Snapfire? And this is a bit perplexing, especially considering that they have the Centaur. Like you mentioned, they have that ease of initiation, even pre-Blink Dagger. But he's going to try again, moving into the bottom lane. Make something happen. I don't think they'll be able to do this one, though. They're positioned too well on the side of Simply TOOBASED.
Interestingly enough, Mark actually put a second point in the tree throw. So he wants to go a bit more farming heavy on this Tiny.
Radiant are scanning.
If this is the option for him, do you still like that he's queuing up Blink Dagger instead of like maybe going a bit greedy by rushing Echo Saber instead?
Yeah, I think so. Empyrean taking a good amount of damage here. Nice tornado there. No, only
Aaron and the
slash though.
boys, they were chasing there, but they can't find anything. Mark putting those thwacks in the mid lane. They try to deny the tower, won't be able to do so. Here comes in though the Mystic Flare. Do they have enough to kill him? The chase down. DK hoping for the last right click, can't find it. The Avalanche buys the space and time. Hoodwink will end up dying though, but they did get the catch onto this Invoker. Where did that damage come from? Was there a last second concussive shot? I didn't see it, but Afromosh finds the kill. However, at the same time here, Wingblade down bottom, a Tooth and Tib, they combo up together to bring down the Juggernaut. Aaron lost his life pretty much alone in this bottom lane.
Was unexpected. Looked really good for TOOBASED. Getting the kills mid, but now they're gonna lose their tier 1 bottom. They lose their carry too.
And they just lost the tier 1 middle. Mark, let's
Tiny
see
was
what
so
killed
close
him.
to surviving here. Just look at his HP.
Oh my god, 5 HP! Okay, he took that. That was the last tick of damage. Feels so bad.
He needed
Feels
like
so
3
bad.
more HP and he would have lived.
Oh, so sad.
That's why you buy a single value branch every game.
One value branch. Now would have also helped here. A value sentry, my friend. Double King does have it with a tooth, but it's been laid out too late, so they miss out on their opportunity to kill Nico. They might still try for this one though. Nico very, very low. And we see Salacious Sea Lion getting forward. Won't be able to get something out of this. At the same time, they found the Fiend's Grip out onto the DK. So one for
Raise
one
a Stampede
trade.
in 2 seconds. Don't want
Do
to
they
trade
really want
though.
to chase this? It doesn't seem like it. But they actually smoke up immediately. They're not going to let this go. They just got the Blink Dagger for Mark. They want to reveal it in an action-packed way on the map. Let's see if they can find a way to encroach onto the Simply TOOBASED side of things. Who do they go on with this Blink Dagger?
Are scanning.
I would say anyone they can find. I don't think they have the luxury to be picky. Also, Jug has a Midas. Nico on this Invoker also has a Midas. Interesting.
Oh, we love to see it. Midas Gaming, baby.
And we saw a 5-man Midas never build a Midas, and now
Under attack.
TOOBASED is going for 2 Midases. And, right, no one else is going for a Midas. I was worried for a moment.
Let's check these inventories. Everybody but building normal items? Okay. Cool.
Ooh,
Top lane.
Jug.
Aaron actually might die. He's in danger. Oh, the preemptive spin just in time. Can a Tooth get there? No. Didn't have the Fiend's Grip anyway, so wouldn't be able to cancel out the TP. And that'll signal to them that, well, we might as well just push this tower. Our trap has been sprung. That's one of the great things about this Juggernaut in this meta right now as well, right? Not just being utilized in the laning phase for the good heal, but he can also go and check ganks for you. And be like, well, we know what side of the map they're playing, boys. Don't go that side, please. Keep safe on our side of the map instead.
It has his blink now, so that's a 40-minute face boots, hood, blink. Really nice game from Tip so far on this center.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Let's see, does Atuf have a smoke with him? He does. So after this D-ward, and once the Blink Dagger arrives, they could try to go for some big smoke action. Double King is here as well, but he is busy at the moment farming up into his BKB, so doesn't really want to participate in these big map movements. A lot can happen with the double blinks though, so I'm expecting Happy Seals to smoke up, and indeed they do. Let's see where they head on the map. You mentioned it, they don't have the luxury of choice, but who will they come across as they have a haste rune right now on Mark? It's looking towards middle.
Go.
Radiant are
This is
scanning.
deep. I don't think they want to go that deep. They get scanned now as well.
Nice.
TOOBASED senses something is up. It's the DK now though, not the best target.
Dire's middle tower is under
Not
attack.
gonna go for it.
This feels so sad when you're playing this mid-tiny and you try to force this fight. Like, that's the second time in a row that they've gone for this and just come out wanting. This is not how you envision things going in the early game when you pick this hero for the mid lane.
Let's hope he can transition properly. He still has a decent amount of net worth. Spot the Snapfire. That could be a nice kill.
Might make this jump indeed. Mark gonna be the first casualty potentially here on Empyrean. They haven't found the damage just yet. Finally, the Brain Sap will be what seals the deal. Tib has already popped the Stampede, but does have the Blink jump if needed. And the jump instead will come from Mark. Two heroes caught with the Avalanche. Neither of them dead just yet. Bloodride connects as well. Afromush so low. Hoodwink with the sharpshooter able to help as Tib connects with the kill. We see the DK tossed forward by Mark. Mark has put this DK in a very awkward position. Avalanche will ensure that there's no escape. And that's going to be a double kill for Tib on the Centaur. All right. Happy Seals. It took a while, Wingblade, but their patience pays off and they finally get some of the kills they were looking for.
And Atuf didn't have to commit grip for that, so he still has that. See if he can find someone. He doesn't quite see Nico.
He
It's
sees
the
him now,
sleep now.
but he also sees that Afromush has shown up to provide some defense. Might actually be in a little bit of danger himself. Avalanche is going to be there, Tornado, excuse me, with the EMP, but not nearly enough to hold him in position. Looks like they want to re-engage on the side of Simply TOOBASED. They see Tib, who does have a Blink Dagger though, blinks away to safety. Afromush
Ooh,
chasing
Mark.
down onto Mark. They get out the Mystic Flare as well, and Mark will get taken out by this DK. Quick pick here towards this mid lane. The Happy Seals overstay their welcome on the Radiant side of the map.
That's a big kill. Speaking about big things, Double King almost has a BKB. That's gonna give him like free movement in these fights because Jug is not at the stage of the game where he can reasonably threaten a Bloodseeker. Ooh, Atuf gets the grip now. This could be a huge
Yep,
kill
going
to Aaron.
out onto Juggernaut. Will they find the kill? Yes, they will. Sabo guts in a little bit too late, finding the stun onto Double King. But now they're looking for some revenge here. There's no BKB just yet from the Bloodseeker, so he is still susceptible to dying. And indeed, he will.
Oh,
Atuf
Atuf.
will follow him into the
My
grave.
God.
No way! What a player. What an actual player. TP's out to safety right underneath their noses.
Middle tower
But
is
it makes
under
it
attack.
a only 1-1 trade. I thought it was going to be 2-1 for sure, but he keeps it 1-1. Still, though, you lose the Juggernaut at this crucial phase of the game where he's still farming with his Hand of Midas, hasn't finished off the Maelstrom just yet, your Wingblade, so he cannot afford to be dying like that.
Yeah, and it feels so bad to be dead with a Hand of Midas ready.
Yep. Oh, it's ready as well. Feels bad, man.
Instantly TPs to lane. Gets the value. We see a smoke from TOOBASED, and they're gonna find Mark again. Or not.
No! No!
That was a weird blink.
Oh! That's gonna haunt his dreams here, Sabo. Not gonna be very happy about that. When they download that replay, he's gonna skip that part for sure. Feels bad. And now here's the re-engage. Happy Seals, they get the jump in. It's gonna be the first quick kill onto Empyrean.
Very
Mark
efficient.
getting a pick up there. And they also get the D-ward on the sentry at the same time. Hashtag efficiency.
3k lead for Happy Seals, even though TOOBASED does have 2 Midases. They haven't really paid off yet.
And they just got the BKB for Double King as well. So this feels like a very strong timing for them to reach. They're already grouped up. And they already trigger out the smoke.
Are scanning.
Several of these adventures have gone awry in the past. Let's see if this one will be a bit more favorable towards them. Is Nico close to BKB just yet? No, he's going Blink after the Witchblade. So still some time when this Invoker's fairly vulnerable.
Attack.
Atuf really trying to find the angle for the Fiend's grip. He has the Aether Lens as well. But they just cannot find the range Wingblade. Yet again, Happy Seals try to make something happen and are denied by seems simply TOOBASED, just moving better around the map right now.
I don't think they spotted anyone yet. But at the same time, it's not like TOOBASED are farming super well.
Is under attack.
They're dodging the ganks, but look at how tiny their part of the map is.
Yeah.
Now counter
Lot of
smoke from
darkness.
TOOBASED. They don't have big item timings, but if they can find the right jump, that's all they need.
They find this Hoodwink first. Sunstrike should be able to get the kill. Tib popped in the Centaur Stampede. Will they be able to find a fight afterwards? Fiend's Grip finding onto Aren. Aren silenced up as well. Can't get out of it. At the same time, Aframush getting demolished on the other side of the fight. Sabo dies now as well to the Double King. And then the blink of an eye, Wingblade. 4 heroes has just been eviscerated. Seems simply TOOBASED cannot stand against Happy Seals as they claim a very important team fight. And the reward, of course, is a date with the big man.
They find the jump onto Salacious Sea Lion and they get the kill, and a really nice silence on the Centaur too, but the Invoker misses the Tornado, which means that Atuf gets almost a full duration grip there.
Yep.
Without Omni Slash, TOOBASED really has no chance. And it also just shows like the weaknesses of the Midases. Like, yeah, you're getting extra gold from creeps, but you can't take these fights because you have like 5k net worth that gives you 30 attack speed, and it's not great.
If you had a shot or something in that situation, or hell, even an SNY, any kind of tank ability, I would just take a Yasha en route to a Manta, anything. And speaking of, I think he definitely needs a Manta this game. That fight demonstrated that if he ever gets silenced, he just dies immediately. So he needs some kind of way to protect himself under those conditions. Similar to what we saw the lifestealer of Double King having to resort to a BKB. I think Juggernaut needs to start thinking about how these fights are going to go into this Bloodseeker right now.
I also have to say, I'm really liking this Atuf Bane.
Facts,
He's been
man.
involved in 11 kills out of 14 and only died once.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
What a player. Knows exactly what he's doing on this hero. Creating space for the rest of his squad.
Attack.
He's enabled them, gotten off multiple good Fiend's grips. Twice now, actually, Juggernaut has died due to a good Fiend's grip from Atuf.
Is under attack.
And that might turn into a third death as they smoke up again on the Happy Seals. Another adventure is on from them. Which direction will they go, though? This time around, it looks like it's going to be Tib leading the charge with Atuf.
Is under attack.
Atuf?
They place the
Does he
wards,
find a grip?
Radiant
so
are
TOOBASED knows what's up.
They scan it out as well on top of the outpost. Sabo will be able to TP out. Juggernaut spin TP out as well. Actually, didn't spin. That was a bit risky, but whatever. He's out. And another adventure for Happy Seals not going in their way. Man, this game is so topsy-turvy for them. It's either they get an amazing smoke gank that gets them everything they want, or they get nothing. But look at this. Double King got left behind, Wingblade. He's all alone. Doesn't have allies. Mystic
Yes,
Flare is
they
going to
just-
burst them for the
this
first
is
life.
fine.
BKB is out now. Will they be able to kill him the second time around? Mark, beautiful jump in. They find Empyrean. Aaron has jumped in with the GG slash, but after he's out, he has no defense. Look how squishy the Juggernaut is. Just dies immediately. Double kill for the Double King. And that will be another fight for the Happy Seals. One, using the Aegis Life as a Jabatia Wingblade. I got Jabated too, so simply TOOBASED fell for it the same way.
This is the nice thing about having a Centaur too. It's so easy for your team to catch up in situations like this. So Bloodseeker just pops the BKB, tanks the Omni Slash, which is really easy because Jug has no items. And then they just take it from there.
A full Omni Slash that did almost nothing. And look how quickly he dies! He got hit like 3 times. That's all his HP. My god. Mid lane. Another hero might find himself dying soon. Sharpshooter hit came out from the Hoodwink, disabling the DK passive, but they don't have enough jump to get the kill. Tib, ooh, slight sidestep there.
Wouldn't have been enough. Deals 412 damage, Centaur had 500 HP. But still, nice try.
Dude, he's getting so farmed, honestly. Lotus Orb coming soon. And remember, when we spoke about it in the draft, right? The overall lack of lockdowns from the side of simply TOOBASED. So if they end up in the situation where this Lotus Orb comes out, suddenly Sabo can't play Dota anymore. The only person that can apply any kind of pressure is this Nico Invoker, but it's not that easy. And let's see, Sabo might not even live through this fight. Gets nightmared, doesn't have any way to get off the defensive spells or items. He's still gonna be kept alive thanks to that Fire Snap cookie. Unfortunately, it's only life for a moment. Mark looking for a target to potentially throw back. Won't be able to find anybody though. They're just glad to get the kill. There's still no BKB on this DK. He went for the early Aghanim shot to get the fireball. So he might not have gone for Midas here, but he also went for the farming route instead of the defensive route. And that's gonna cost him his life. Nico, where is he? Is he in danger here? He's been scouted out. Oh, look where Mark is. Mark knows. Mark wants to come for this kill. But Nico does get out with this Blink Dagger.
It's really scary. It's very good that Nico didn't go for the greed there and just ignored the creep wave. Also, he's using Sunstrike to farm. Classic Invoker.
Efficiency, man. Hashtag efficiency. But on a real note, talk to me. How do they come back into this game? There's no Aegis to fight into right now, but it still feels like Happy Seals are way too strong right now. Do they just have to somehow stall this game out until these Midases pay off?
They have no choice. It's the one thing they can do. I don't think they can go for fights. And a large part of that's because of Centaur. Because if you get a single pick off, he just presses Stampede and his team is there just in a heartbeat.
Life does not get easier. Wingblade because we have a BKB on this Tiny. So that makes it 3 BKBs for all of the cores involved. And I think a Toof is building BKB as well. Oh no, a Toof! Our boy gets off the long duration Fiend's Grip here. It's gonna be more than enough with the right click damage to follow this one up. They burst through the Tiny, or the Juggernaut with the Tiny. Double kill for Mark as he brings down the Empyrean Snapfire as well. And that is Happy Seals just bursting onto the map. No buyback for this Juggernaut. This is almost certainly going to be a lane of Rax.
And this Atuf Bane last pick. Pretty pog.
What a player, dude. What a player. Atuf has made this hero look much better than it had any right to be. Getting these items at timings that you normally don't see until much later. And here we yet again see how the lack of lockdown interacts with the Centaur pick. He just presses R, the entire team is out. They don't get the full lane of Rax here. They bring the tier 3 tower fairly low. That is the one weakness that they do have. Their draft is terrible for going up the hill. So they have to be more decisive next time. But still, they put themselves in an amazing position for this game.
To be fair, it is really hard to push against DK and Focus guy. They have so much spammy magic damage. But it's fine. They're not in a rush for Happy Seals. Because even though they don't have Midases, they do have map control. And I can tell you that 5k net worth helps you farm faster than a Midas anyway. So Bloodseeker is still gonna outfarm Jug.
What's Bloodseeker flying into himself right now? Looks like there's a courier on an adventure for a Lincoln Sphere. Okay. Lincoln Sphere for him. Oh, Nico might be in danger here. Empyrean gets tossed back into death. Where did Afromush die? Just in the jungle. Wow. Alright. So all these kill duos and kill squads that Happy Seals have put together enables them to get more kills out of the map right now. More support's dead, and Roche is coming back. Who gets the Aghanim shot? Tiny already has one. Does Double King have his own shot already? Yep, he does. Who doesn't, actually? Tooth doesn't have one yet. Centaur shouldn't have one just yet, nor will the Hoodwink. If they get the Aegis, who do you want to see the shot on?
Centaurs is pretty bad. Banes is very nice when you're playing against Megas, so probably Hoodwink.
Dude, are you seeing this Tiny player? Are you seeing what Mark is doing? He jumped into like 4 heroes alone. And he's like, well, I have BKB and 3000 HP. Y'all don't have anything to challenge me, so I'm just going to kill your DK in front of you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, Mark doesn't care. He has 3.2k HP. No one can touch him. Ooh.
Alright.
Sleep on Afromush bottom.
Afromosh, should be fine. Atuf doesn't have any allies nearby him at that time, so he's not gonna make the hard committal to try and make that kill happen. Besides, he's just zoning him back so he can keep farming for his Aghanim Scepter. Aether Lens Ags at like the 32-minute mark for this hero. That sounds very scary to play into, honestly.
Wonder what he gets next.
I don't know, man. Knowing him, he's gonna buy like Hex or something. Maybe you buy a Blink Dagger, actually.
I guess Blink could be nice, or just like a Shadow Amulet.
Yeah.
Not to
some
go
kind
for the
of-
choppy play, but just to stand in the trees and voice detection. We'll see.
Pretty much do whatever he wants, though. He's earned that right. Even if he bought Hand of Midas at this stage of the game, I would end up defending it. He's earned it. He's done a great job today.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Alright, let's see who gets it. My money is on Hoodwink.
Who's carrying it right now? Double King is carrying it. Let's see where this goes. Mark looking for an initiation as Atu finds a way to catch out Sabo yet again. Hoodwink will find the sharpshooter hit there. And DK still doesn't have BKB. Okay, does get finished as he goes down. But unfortunately for him, this deep into the game, because he bought out, that also means he does not have buyback. So they need to defend this high ground. 4 versus 5 in Blade.
Of course, Double King still doesn't really have what it takes to just siege down towers. But they'll get there eventually.
Aghanim shot indeed out onto the Hoodwink so that we get the decoy, baby. Such a odd little spell, but whatever. Tornado trying to just buy space and time. This takes a while, but eventually they get there. Mark right now will utilize his superior physical damage to just beat down these range racks. Now that DK is back though, they are a bit reticent to take this. But also look at this, finally, some good news. Yes, they might have lost this Rax mid, but they finally have some defensive items on Blade. BKB on DK, BKB on Invoker. Slowly but surely, we've gotten to a stage where they might not be able to win a fight, but might not be guaranteed to die within it.
And Jug is gonna have Skadi too. Ooh, initiation mid.
Jump forward, BKB popped by the Double King. They're turning back onto Sabo here with the Blood Right and multiple right clicks. He's certainly going to die. Mark, amazing jump onto the high ground to find Empyrean. Looking for more. They get off this Stampede. No target isolated outside of Afromush though. And they just want to try and bring down whoever they can to whittle down this team simply 2 base numbers. And here they are inside the base, taking the mid lane of Rax, already moving towards the bottom lane.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Looking like this game is not long for this world, Wingblade.
See, I said it. 99% chance that the Seals take game 2.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Oh, my man read the script.
Under attack.
And now these niggas,
Radiant's
10 seconds before they get back to Snapfire, 20 before they have the full complement. But there's no way that they stop right now. They still have this Aegis. Bloodseeker's level 23. They actually are going to stop. This is kind of surprising, but, you know, no point for playing too aggressively, right? You're already in such a dominant position. There's no need to try and feed by overplaying your hand right now.
Yeah, there is absolutely no rush. They have complete map control. They could just wait for next stages if they want to.
Tooth has the axe. Oh, Woodwink. Scouted out here, but Mark found the jump. They found the Juggernaut, and there's gonna be the Fiend's Grip from downtown. Tooth seals the deal on the Juggernaut kill. No buyback for Aaron for another 70 seconds. Oh no, that's probably gonna be the full megas and potentially even the game. You can't even defend this now in Blade. Oh, they're gonna try though. Big jump forward. They want to try and get this full burst. Unfortunately, Bane buys time with the Nightmare. It's not gonna be all the time that's needed, but they still get the initial kill. Second life, gonna return for the double kill. Still has BKB at the ready. Will pop it now. Running down Nico. Empyrean trying to create space by jumping in and putting his own life on the line. Still ends up dying though. Invoker though still will live, turning around onto Tim, who may lose his life as his team finishes off the lane of Rax to secure the megas. Jump now. Thanks to the Fire Snap Cookie onto the Centaur. That's going to be a quick kill. Only one casualty on the side of the Happy Seals, but they have taken the base in exchange. Full megas are up right now, and they just call it. They know that their lineup is not geared for this style of game, so they throw in the towel. GG, well played is called. Wing Blade was right. We are going to a game number 3.
All right. I guess this is a sign for every single pop player that wants to buy Midas. Just don't do it. It's not gonna work out.
Not just one Midas, double Midas, fam. Double Midas and a rushed Aghanim shot on the DK. This was greed supreme. What do you think they were thinking when they went for this kind of build for themselves? Like, what is the rationale behind it?
I mean, they were just thinking about creeps and getting gold. Don't like pretend that there is a big elaborate thought process behind buying Midas. They just want to have gold. Also, it's worth noting that Nico didn't die once that game. Nico on the team who lost.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, that's something that can often happen with these invokers. Even when you yourself are personally not doing the worst, the hero's impact in the game just not really there like it used to be back in the day. Like the days where you could just guarantee that, hell, we have this invoker. So because we have this invoker, everything is going to be going well for us. We'll be able to dominate these team fights, etc. Those days are long